Now at 5:30, a man is recovering at UK Hospital this morning after he was shot in his own home. We have the latest from the scene near Versailles Road in Lexington.
Also on WKYT this morning, police say a Lexington man has been arrested for having inappropriate contact with a minor over social media.
And a crash in Berea knocked out power overnight for hundreds of homes.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning from the WKYT News team. Good to have you with us here on this Thursday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Just settle in for the cold. Enjoy
right.
it.
The cold is arriving. The snow, maybe a little bit later on, as far as some squall lines moving through. Want to mention quickly, Johnson County schools are closed today. They're going to have a non-traditional instruction day. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris in our First Alert Weather Center.
And I do believe when it's all said and done, we'll have a few more closings and even early closings, because here's the deal. The snow is not across our portion of viewing area just yet. It's really to the north of the river, and so you can look northbound and see that's where the bulk of it is located. It's picking up steam and it's heading in our direction. We're just going to have to be watching it very closely as we go throughout the next several hours. So the timing on it has been pushed back a good 6 to 8 hours. It's bad news for us because now the kids will be in school by the time the snow moves on through. So that's just one to really watch as we work our way through the morning and into the early afternoon hours. Snow showers pick up, I think, about 4 p.m. by the time the kids are headed home. If it's a regular school day, well, there's only a small chance, and it's really for the southern zones. So we will be seeing at least some snow out and about. Remember, this is hit and miss. Not everybody will actually get in on accumulation. I'll go over your latest forecast when you can expect your next chance, because there is a next chance coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in a bit with that. Let's get to the news.
Now, this morning we are tracking the investigation into a crime alert in Lexington.
Police tell us a man is recovering at UK Hospital right now after being shot during a home invasion. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live from the scene with the latest on the investigation. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the shooting itself actually happened late last night, but investigators were back out here this morning gathering additional evidence from inside of the home here. They actually just cleared the scene a couple of minutes ago. The shooting happened around 11:30 last night at this home on Hillview Place, which is just off of Versailles Road. The victim told police that 2 men came into the home uninvited and demanded cash. The victim refused to give them any money, and that is when one of those suspects shot the man in his leg. Now, police tell us the victim hasn't exactly been very forthcoming with any additional information, and they've actually been receiving some conflicting information, so they're still trying to piece together details about exactly what happened here. Right now, police also do not have a good description of the suspects. Both of them were wearing black ski masks. As for the victim, he is recovering at UK Hospital, and police tell us that he is expected to be okay. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
New this morning, a car crash in Berea knocked out power to hundreds of homes overnight. Emergency crews say at about 10 o'clock last night on Big Hill Road, a car crashed into an electric pole. Hundreds in the area were left without power for several hours as crews worked to fix that pole. The driver of the car was taken to UK Hospital. At this time, we're not sure the extent of the driver's injuries.
A Dunbar High School student is facing charges this morning after investigators say he brought a gun and ammunition to school. Both Fayette County school leaders and Lexington police are now investigating. School officials say around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, a student noticed a gun inside another student's backpack. They say they are not sure why the student brought the gun to school. School officials made sure to let parents know of the investigation just an hour after the incident.
I want all of our parents to know that we are on top of it and we're handling it as quickly, aggressively as possible.
The principal there, Betsy Rain, says school will resume as usual today. The student has been charged with unlawful possession of a weapon on school property. And new this morning, Lexington police tell us they've arrested a man for having inappropriate contact with a young girl on social media.
And police say the suspect was well aware of the victim's age. WKYT's Mark Barber is live this morning from District Court with the latest details on this arrest. Good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. The details of this case are disturbing. A 40-year-old man is accused of sending a naked picture of himself to a 12-year-old on Facebook. Now, police say even though the girl identified herself as a 12-year-old multiple times during their conversation, the man told her he wanted to have sex. According to an arrest warrant, Herschel Payton was arrested yesterday at his home on West 5th Street. We're told the 40-year-old talked to the girl on Monday. To learn more about Payton, we pulled court documents and found this is not the first time he's been arrested. He was charged with terroristic threatening, stalking, and assault back in 2012. We also learned he served time in jail, although the paperwork isn't clear about the conviction. The 40-year-old is now charged with the prohibited use of an electronic communication system to procure a minor for sexual contact. He will be arraigned later today. Now, the alarming details of this case are coming out just after Safer Internet Day was celebrated worldwide. Of course, this case making the importance of responsible use and safe use of the internet even more apparent for parents and children. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thank you, Mark. A man is recovering after a hit-and-run crash in Lexington. Police tell us just before midnight, a car hit another one on Tates Creek Road near New Circle. Police say the driver who caused the wreck drove off. That vehicle was hit, flipped over, and slid about 100 feet on its top. The driver of that vehicle was treated for minor injuries.
We're about to hit 5:36 on WKYT this morning. Lexington police say they have caught a man responsible for an attempted robbery at a restaurant. Police say they've arrested 34-year-old Scotty Hobbs for the crime. They say he came into Yummy Chinese Cuisine on West Main Street about 8:30 last night and implied he had some sort of weapon to the employees. He threatened them and demanded cash, but when he didn't get anything, apparently he just ran out.
Well, former Morgan County Judge Executive Tim Conley wants a federal judge to reconsider his sentence for corruption. Conley filed an appeal asking for a reduced sentence. Last month, the judge gave him more than 7 years in prison in line with federal guidelines. He also had to pay $130,000 in restitution. Investigators say he rigged bids on Morgan County bridge projects and received kickbacks. Conley has to report to prison by March 24th.
A grand jury has indicted a Western Kentucky woman in connection to a triple murder. 41-year-old Ann Plotkin now faces complicity to commit murder and resisting arrest charges in Trigg County. Police arrested her late yesterday afternoon. Police have charged Ryan Champion with murder in the case. The victims were his parents and sister. Police say Champion enlisted Vito Reservato's help in the killings last fall at a Trigg County home. Then police say Champion killed him too.
Well, CBS News is mourning a member of its own family.
A longtime employee, CBS News correspondent and 60 Minutes contributor Bob Simon died in a car accident in New York. Chris Van Cleve has more on his life.
Bob Simon first joined CBS News in 1967 as a reporter based out of New York. But it was overseas that he earned his reputation as a rock-solid journalist. Simon moved to Saigon in 1971 and London in 1972, covering the Vietnam War. He was on one of the last helicopters out of Saigon in 1975. His extensive experience overseas and in war zones often put him in danger. In January 1991, Simon and 3 CBS News colleagues were captured by Iraqi forces near the Kuwaiti border. They were held in Iraqi prisons for 40 days before they were released. The next year, he wrote about his experience in his book, 40 Days.
Look out the window, it looks pretty good.
That's not what bankruptcy looks like, huh?
Bob Simon joined 60 Minutes as a regular contributor in 1996. This season marked his 19th year with the broadcast. Simon was one of the most honored journalists in the business, winning 27 Emmy Awards, a Peabody, and an Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award, among many others. Bob Simon was 73 years old. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, New York.
Very sad. Well, a man police say is known for pretending to be intellectually disabled to get money has been charged with rape. A Franklin County grand jury indicted Gary Thompson on the rape charge Tuesday. Police say the victim was a woman he knew who actually has an intellectual disability. They say it's possible Thompson met her while pretending he was disabled. Police say they want to keep Thompson in jail.
Getting the word out about this gentleman that he's taken advantage of people that are very vulnerable or of their acts of kindness, I think that's really important, as well as holding him accountable for these charges.
Thompson was already in jail for assaulting a corrections officer in Shelby County and for a forgery charge out of Barron County. Here in Kentucky, a bill designed to help fight the state's heroin problem is moving forward. A state House committee approved the House version of a heroin bill Wednesday. It would provide more treatment options for heroin addicts and would let local governments create a needle exchange. The state Senate is considering its own version of a heroin bill.
Well, Texas, North Carolina, and Puerto Rico. Those are the lucky states this morning in the territory where 3 winning lottery tickets have been sold. The $500 million jackpot is the 5th largest lottery prize in American history. Powerball officials raised the jackpot yesterday afternoon because of strong sales all around the country. This is the first winning Powerball jackpot ticket that was ever sold outside the continental U.S. Just as a reminder, you may have won some other cash. So here's a look at those numbers. Here they are for you this morning on the screen: 11, 13, 25, 39, 54. And the Powerball is 19.